It is Friday again, and welcome to our weekly chat that we've been doing. Kristen and I are here at the Disney Springs.
A very rainy Disney Springs.
It's a washout behind us. We found this great place. It's kind of like under the walkway by Enzo's.
Yeah. Under a bridge.
We have drinks that we're getting some refreshment because it's hot out, so that is why we're not wearing masks. But I feel like I have to say they are right here.
Yeah.
And there is nobody around us. We're sitting at a table. There is nobody within 100 or even 200 yards of us. It is very empty. We do have our masks here ready, so we are being safe. And I wanted to make sure I said that right away.
Yeah,
we're
not just safe,
rules.
but like
we're following
we're
the
not
rules.
going to get asked to leave. I think this is just a hidden spot.
It's great.
There's nobody around because we're under a bridge.
And we're not getting wet, and it's great. Yeah. It's funny because we did one of these last night. We record these Thursday night, but we did one of these last night because of the Wine Dine cancellation / virtual.
Yeah.
Might as well be a cancellation as far as I'm concerned, I guess. But we are being positive today. We are being happy. Guys, it has been a downer of a week for us for a lot of reasons. We lost our cruise this week. We lost all kinds of other stuff. So Kristen turned to me and she said, this talk that we're going to give for you guys tonight needs to be really positive. And I agreed. So nothing but good things to say tonight. Well, there might be...
I had some time to process.
Yep.
So the first topic for today is the Wine Dine. I'm sure if you're watching this, you are a part of some Facebook group or something, or you've gotten an email that said that your Wine Dine registration
Surely
is
if you're on this planet
no
and
longer,
you're a RunDisney fan, you know about Wine Dine. Yeah.
Yeah. But so if you don't, Wine Dine is no longer happening in person. But it is happening virtually. So, well, you have two options. So for those who are not registered, it's probably good for you to know just kind of what they're doing because we now have had Star Wars canceled. So we went through that, and now we see what Disney's doing with the Wine Dine. There's two options. So one, you can get a refund and get all of your money back. That's great.
Cha-ching.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Or you have a second option is you can do the race virtually. And so there's a few misconceptions out there that I've been reading. I just want to be clear. So what you do is you do not get refunded. You will get your medal and you will get your t-shirt mailed to you.
Which, by the way, those are going to be some really sought-after merch. So, do you want to do not want it?
Yeah, I don't know. We are having some discussions between us about how we want to handle it.
Yeah.
Everybody will handle it differently.
Yeah.
For us, we were registered for the 5K. We were registered for the half. We had some, that is my favorite weekend. And unfortunately, it's not going to work out. But, so you can decide. Now, if you choose the virtual option, you do get a gift card for Disney. One thing I want to mention, I told Adam, the email is not very specific. It says, quote, it is to use a Disney gift card to use to a Disney race. So I assume it's a gift card that you can use anywhere on Disney property for food, for merchandise, for anything, but just mentally prepare yourself or call because it may just be a credit that you use for a race.
Yeah, for a race.
They state, so it says Disney gift card to be used on a future race. What that means can be different, so something to think about and something I've thought about in my considerations because lots of races that are being canceled or virtual are noting that it's a credit. And so I'm not really sure what Disney means about that. And the only reason I say that is because when our Disney cruise was canceled this week, I had to call. And they didn't really say that in the email. So in order to get some, my money refunded, I had to call. And so sometimes Disney's a bit vague.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that you get what you're expecting, because maybe it's not what you think, and you wouldn't want that disappointment.
You know what else is really interesting about this that I've seen from the Star Wars race that was canceled is a lot of people may have used a Disney gift card to pay for a race. Now, if you used a Disney gift card to pay for Wine Dine and you're expecting a refund, guess what? You need to have that gift card because they're going to put it back on that same gift card. So if you took that plastic gift card and you threw it out and you don't have it anymore, poof, goodbye refund. Disney is going to put it right back on that gift card. They're not going to give you cash. They're not going to issue a different kind of refund. So if that is the case and you don't have that gift card to get your Wine and Dine monies back, maybe go for the t-shirt and the medal. Right?
Yeah, so it's all a personal decision, but those are your options.
Yeah.
Virtual or refund.
Yeah.
And I see the reasoning for both.
I do too.
But
we really want to have one medal and one t-shirt. We really just as a keepsake, right?
Yeah, we do.
We're still thinking about it.
I think that we will.
It's expensive for a t-shirt.
And who's joking? We're gonna run the next race too. So, but the other thing is we want to bring up is all over social media, things we've been asked to is, are we doing anything special? Are people running on property? Who's gonna organize something? We absolutely will not organize anything on Disney property.
It is outright wrong to try. We've seen people on social media that are talking about organizing a race where, not a race, but a get-together where people will get together maybe at the boardwalk that morning and run. Please don't do that.
Well, it kind of defeats the purpose of the safety that they're trying to do. Also, one thing with that is we know, because we're here so frequently, security is tight. It is not the security that you remember where you can just show up.
Say you're going to eat at the boardwalk and don't need a reservation to get in and go. Yeah.
Whatever you think that you're going to do and then go run. I highly recommend you do things the right way. And we do. Everything that we're on property, we have some sort of dining or we are purchasing something. We are here for the right reasons.
Right. And you know what? Coming to Disney and running that Wine and Dine half marathon or 10K or 5K by yourself, totally acceptable, totally awesome. In fact, I encourage you to do that, but do it the right way. As in, get up at 5:30 in the morning at Saratoga Springs and run by yourself or run with your partner or with your kids. Perfect idea.
Yeah, if you're on property already, one thing based upon what you were just saying is we are going to put out over the coming months, we will put out some videos about suggestions. We will put out some maps.
We keep saying we're going to do this, but we really, really are.
Yeah.
And what we want to highlight is probably the 5 best resorts to run at. Yeah. And then probably we want to go on the other side and the 5 places you should never run at Disney.
We're going to work on that video this weekend. 5 places never to run.
Because we've been driving around property, and I'll look at Kristen and I'll go, "That's not a runner, is it?" I'm like, "There's no way that person's running on this road, right?" And we'll come up and there's some poor little girl. She's running on this road, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they have
people,
a death wish."
I know they're gonna get hit by a car or something. I don't want to give away where we're seeing it because you have to watch the video.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things that we have on our list. We're going to work on it this weekend. Yeah. It's something that we want to put out in July here before the end of the month. So it's kind of funny that this all transpired. Yeah. And we're going to do this. So we're going to tell you where not to run. So, and we kind of want it to be a little comical.
But inversely, we'll give you some great resorts that you can make reservations for now if you want to come and you want to even run the half marathon. I have run a half marathon at the boardwalk. It's totally doable with nobody else. You just keep running, keep swimming, keep swimming.
You have to do some laps.
You gotta do some laps, but it's totally possible,
Yeah, so we're going to do that over the coming weeks and months. Start putting some things out that you can use, you can enjoy and plan for that weekend. Of course,
Because you're going to want to get your costumes. You're going to want to get everything ready. We had a great costume idea, and we're going to stick with it, right? Are we going to get our costumes?
We should.
We
should.
now.
I know. I wanted to so bad.
She will.
But I want to run at Disney with that costume. I don't know.
We'll figure it out, Kristen. We'll figure it out, right?
I know.
Okay.
I was so excited about the villains. It's been a long... They haven't done villains since it was Tower of Terror. And I think in other videos, Tower of Terror is like near and dear.
We did a workout before we came here, and she wore her 10-miler Tower of Terror run shirt. I'm super jealous. I told her she should have worn it tonight, and she's like, well, I'm working out in it. I can't really wear it.
Yeah, you gotta wash it. Ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's move on from Wine and Dine, because I don't want to beat a dead horse.
Nope, done.
We are moved on. And so should you.
Everyone's going to be okay. It's
you
okay.
should too. Just accept it.
All right, Kristen,
it's fine.
What's next?
You know what is exciting is one of my other favorite races is Star Wars weekend. And we didn't get to do that. Adam has not done that weekend yet. He missed because it was canceled this year. And I love it.
Oh, we were signed up for it, but it was canceled, yeah.
So for the record, if you've never run it, there's some people who are a little leery to sign up because it's Star Wars and maybe that's not really their thing. But I will tell you, it's not my favorite thing about Disney Star Wars. I like the movie franchise, but the weekend and the half, I love it. Like, they have so many characters. They've got the stormtroopers all over.
It always looks so much fun. Yeah.
I've shown Adam the pictures, and if you are not a Star Wars fan,
I don't think that's a requirement.
Just the excitement that they put into it, and they show like the movies throughout, like they have big screens, and I just, even as not a diehard, I love every moment of that weekend. I just enjoy it. So it's sign up pass holders. So if you're an annual pass holder, you can register early. And we all know what's happened the last couple registrations. Be ready.
Yes, watch our video. I'm going to put a link card to it. Kristen and I made a video, mainly all her suggestions on how to make sure you get race registration on that morning. And I'm going to put a link to it. There's a lot of different things you can do, right?
So next Thursday, or not next Thursday, I'm sorry. We're 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
So August the 6th. Put it on your calendar if you are a pass holder, because then you get 2 chances if you don't get in right away. General registration, if you are not a pass holder, is August 11th. And both registration times start at 10 a.m. Eastern. So it's 10 a.m. Eastern time. Be on a few minutes before. Just because you're on 5-10 minutes before doesn't make you ahead of anybody. Just be on there like a minute or two before, and you kind of get in a lottery queue, and you just cross your fingers and hope for the best. The registration video we did is helpful. Have multiple browsers. I seem to be pretty lucky with Chrome.
But have a couple of computers. If you've got like your spouse's computer, your kid's computer, line them up.
Yeah.
Get a couple of different lotteries going. It's better to buy one lottery ticket, or better to buy multiple lottery tickets than just one, right?
Yeah, and we'll probably talk about this in the future in some way, but like, even if you show up in costumes that aren't Star Wars, it's still a great time. It's something you should think about with some of the cancellations going on. You want to move, and you still want to do Disney.
And this could be the next Run Disney race.
Yeah,
it could be the first next Run Disney race. You don't want to miss out on that. And we certainly don't.
No, but I love it. I'd go anyway. I've been there every year, and I love it since it started. I have the inaugural stuff, and it's just they did a great job. So think about it, and if you are going to do it, be prepared. You have 2 weeks now till pass holders, and then 3 weeks for general registration.
Come run the half with us.
Yeah,
well, we haven't decided if we're running the half yet, but we're probably running the half. So come run it with us.
We will.
Yeah. We'll be an H corral.
Oh my gosh, he's convinced. We'll be fine.
Doesn't matter what our time is, we're still going to be an H corral.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay.
So, so we've got that. Another thing that we want to talk about is, kind of moving away from the races and what that's about. We are in the thick of summer. Here in Florida, it's hot.
Wherever you're running in the U.S. right now, it's hot. I know it.
And,
Yeah.
this is generally, this July coming into August is when a lot of people are training.
Yep.
And they're getting ready for the new season of running or finishing up if you're up north. So something that you should think about if you're just starting out is we get a lot of questions about food.
Nutrition. Race nutrition while you're running. Yeah.
So, if you're not familiar with it, when you're running long distances, and this is mainly, again, for your half marathons, because we do the marathon distance, we do the half marathon distance, we do all of them.
But really, I think anything over 3 miles, you really need to start thinking about nutrition, right?
Yeah, I mean, a good rule of thumb is over an hour.
Yeah.
So, however you look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason for bringing this up is every race weekend or people get close to the race and they realize, oh my gosh, Disney gives out this stuff at like mile 8 or 9, 10.
Because they do. They give out nutrition, for the half marathon and the full marathon.
And they, oh my gosh, I think I should eat it. Or should I try it? That is not the time.
Some of it's not so great, and that's not the time to try it.
That is not the time to try it.
Sponsored things like the sport beans. Hey, if you like the sport beans, that's awesome. I won't take it against you, but if you haven't tried the sport beans, don't try it at mile 6 of your half marathon for the first time. Okay?
You see people who do that.
You might have some stomach issues, and it might not be a good idea. So start thinking ahead of time what nutrition you're going to bring with. Kristen really is the one who taught me about this, so she's the expert. I would just go out and run and bring nothing with. So I'm the one that's learning from her, and she's like, oh, if I'm running more than an hour, I always have something. And we use goo primarily, not to say that that's what everybody should use, but goo comes in this little packet. And you can get it that has like Roctane, which is like extra caffeine.
Yeah.
I tend to not like all that extra caffeine. She loves it.
I could take all the caffeine.
Yeah. But so whatever works for you, start experimenting now. So what we did is we bought a couple of different kinds. There's some different little waffles, some other, energy bars. But try some things now so that you're not trying, like Kristen said,
the week before.
Or the day of. Sport beans for the first time. Think about it ahead of time.
So that was something that I thought about because we're kind of in our training mode here in Florida. It's hot. We've kind of tapered off. And the race season here.
We're running a half marathon on Saturday morning, right? Yeah. Just for fun. Yeah, okay.
Just for full disclosure, I like to run a 13-mile distance once a month. Just to keep up with myself in these in like our slower months where we don't have races.
I like to eat a full
now we haven't had a race in forever.
All by myself once a month, but
I like that too. But so I'm gonna drag Adam along on Saturday.
You're not dragging me. I want to
tomorrow
I want to go. It's gonna be hot. But
while you're training, it came to my mind that there's a lot of people that ask these questions of when they get to race weekends, and we might not be having Wine Dine, but marathon will come up very quickly, and so do the other things. And now's when I see all these people training.
Yeah.
And one thing to think about is start trying those things now, and incorporate them into your runs. Something I've learned over time. And then what works and what doesn't because you're at home.
And you don't want to do anything new on race day.
No.
Not a good idea. You don't want to have brand new shoes. You don't want to have a brand new nutrition.
No.
You guys know that. You're smart.
And for what it's worth, I wear like some of the oldest clothes on my big distance days. Adam knows. So if you see me on a race day and we're in a video, it's something I've had for a while because I don't run any race in a new shirt. And if it's a costume, I've tried it out before to make sure. And that's in your training.
If you want to run in a costume, do what I did and run in the full Gaston with a wig and gloves. I'll put that card up here too because nobody ever watches. That's our first video. Nobody's really watched it.
I don't watch it.
I ran it. You know what? I'm the exception to the rule. I ran in that costume for the first time, 13 miles that day. Didn't turn out great. But We made it.
Yeah, it was. You know, we didn't get swept.
We didn't.
So,
yeah.
well, there were some. We both had some injuries and stuff in that race, but
coming off the marathon,
all is good. And so that's something I wanted to bring up today because everybody's kind of in a training mode.
Yeah.
And there's no races. You're training. You're just enjoying your daily runs.
Yep.
So, yep. So our last topic that I want to talk about, unfortunately, because we're getting to our time limit here, is we have to make a name change. Ugh.
So we're runDisney Daily. Read between the lines. You know, when we started this channel, you know, it was brought to my attention that, hey, you know what? It doesn't really matter. You guys are just doing this for fun. And gosh, we are just doing this for fun. Yeah. But now it's gotten to the point where maybe we can't use that D word in our name. And because you know what? We tried to get some really cool shirts and some merchandise and stuff. And nobody will print it if it has the Disney name in it.
And so we've had a lot of indications. No.
We have to make a change.
Let's be honest with our viewers. Disney has not come at us and said you can't or there's nothing that serious.
No, we're just trying to be serious. We're trying to be preemptive.
We just don't want to get to a point where we now have all these videos and now we have to redo them, and we already are seeing indications just in merchandise and other things that our name could be an issue down the line.
And that being said, we want your all's input. You know, we never thought that when we start putting these videos together that anybody would actually watch. And
we just do them for fun.
We are just doing this for fun.
This is totally just fun.
This is not money making for us. In fact, we spend a lot of money doing this. A lot.
We spend too much money.
A lot of money doing this, but it's been so much fun. And
this is costing us money.
It is. And even if there's only one person watching, that's still cool. I still love it. It's still so much fun. But that's why we really want your guys' input. What do you think would be a good name for us? We have a brainstorm. We went through and we made a brainstorm of names of what we thought. And I think...
Let's put up on Facebook. If you don't already follow us on Facebook, take a look. Tomorrow night, Friday night when you see this post. So it'll be tomorrow, which is the 24th of July.
Yep.
Tomorrow night or during the day. We both work, so maybe, who knows? It could be sometime tomorrow on the 24th.
Yep.
We'll put a post up that has...
A poll. With maybe 4 of...
Our top 4.
Our top 4. And hey, there's still time if you want to comment on this video. Maybe your comment will get in the top 4. But what do you think? Do you think that we can make a selection next week? Next Friday? With the poll results?
I think we should make it like Monday or Tuesday, honestly. We need to alter a lot of our stuff, and our logo won't be that different. We're just going to change it up a little bit. And
we're going to be the same Kristen and Adam as we always were.
Who knows? It might be something so unoriginal. It'll just be like, we talked about like runDiz, D-I-Z.
I still think that might be the best idea. I don't know. What do you guys think? So there'll be a poll out. Help us. We clearly need help. So
we're not so creative. We didn't even think about this before. We just thought, this would be great.
We were like, this is just going to be fun. And
can you tell
watching.
We're not in marketing?
No. TV. Clearly I'm in TV, but not marketing. Yeah. No. Well, I would just like to take this opportunity to point out this amazing shirt that Kristen got for me at the Springs this week. It's got little Mickeys on it, and it's Tommy Bahama. It is clearly becoming my favorite shirt. Thank you for that.
Well, I'm glad that you like it. I know it was like the perfect shirt, like when we're out and about, and Adam really liked it. And
I love it, and it's 90 degrees out, and I mean, it really is a cool shirt. So thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad.
Yeah. All right. Have we met all our different topics for this week?
We have talked about it. Just real quick. In the coming week or two here, we've got a bunch of videos queued up and filmed that we're editing. We
have like 4 POVs that are ready to go. Disney Hollywood Studios, the Animal Kingdom. We went to the Riviera Resort.
Oh my gosh, Riviera we got to put out.
That was great, yeah. So
we're going somewhere else this week.
We are.
Nope.
Yes, we are.
Yep, this coming week we're gonna do another resort.
And those guys come out on Tuesday. So remember, those POVs come out on Tuesday. And I keep saying this, when I get some time, I'm going to make a video of how I use the POVs and how I put a Disney playlist with them and how I run on a treadmill with them, so that if you guys aren't familiar, you could even take it to a gym, like if you had a 24-hour fitness or whatever. Really all you need is a phone or an iPad or, you know, some kind of small screen that you can watch it on, and it makes the time fly by fast. At least it does for me.
Good.
Yeah.
If you catch me on a treadmill, it must be raining
She
or
was
over,
on one this week.
Over 90.
She watched one of our POVs this week, and we have a picture to prove
I know.
it. So
I'm
yeah.
terrible. I know. You all can give me a hard time.
Nothing wrong with running outside.
I don't run on the treadmill hardly at all. So I love the POVs. I love making them. I just don't use them. Sorry. Like, I watch them.
All right.
Watch them.
It's all right.
Because I like looking back, but I'm terrible.
It's okay.
Like,
I
he
use
runs
them.
the treadmill.
I love them, and I love running on the treadmill.
You know where I use them? On the Peloton. I love my spin bike.
We'll talk about the Peloton sometime
Yeah.
too. We really need to make a video about that. If you guys are not familiar with Peloton, they have a great treadmill called the Tread that I
Just
would
cross-training.
I would give my like kidney for. And then they have a wonderful spin bike, but it all comes with these wonderful trainers.
You can get the app.
Yeah, and you can get it with an
Yeah,
app. We'll make a
don't
video
think-
about it sometime. You guys, if you're a treadmill runner or a spin bike runner, you would love it, and it's really addicting.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
my cross training. So, but anyway, we digress.
We do.
This has been such a busy week,
It has.
a good week,
Yes.
and you know, things happen in life, and it's about the smile that you have, and we still can run, and we still can have fun together, and we're gonna keep going, and you should too.
Yeah.
So lots of good things on the horizon.
Tons of good things on the horizon, and we will see everybody right back here next Friday, right, Kristen?
We definitely will.
All right, until then, happy running.